Hello, today we are looking at preparing to play Row Your Boat, which is going to be a new song. So I just want to review your notes with you a little bit. You need to remember that middle C has a line through it like a whisker on a cat. And D lives down below the staff, and D is, I think of as a dog, or doggy down in the dungeon. E is an elephant. The first line goes right through E. E is played with your third finger. F is like a fish who has space to swim in. F is played with your fourth finger. And G we can think of for now as the giraffe who has the longest neck, for now has the longest neck. And that is played with your number 5 finger. So I'm going to take my notes and I'm going to put them right next to where my music is so that I can see my notes until I don't need them anymore. And the first thing I want you to look at, if you have a book, it'd be on page 30, or perhaps I gave you a handout or sent you one. It says the grand staff. So you want to look at the grand staff. It's a page that says the grand staff. And what we're mostly looking at is this picture here. So here you have a picture that tells us to put our number 1 finger of your right hand on middle C and skip 2 white notes and then put the number 1 finger of your left hand out. So we're going to try and do that. You want to take the number 1 finger of your right hand, put it on middle C, and you're going to skip 2 white notes, skip, skip, and put the number 1 finger of your left hand down. So now you're in what for now we're going to call that the C position. To make it facilitate playing, it kind of makes sense to think of that as a position. But someday you want your hands to fly all over the piano. You don't want to just stay in one place. But for now, we can call that the C position and skip 2 white notes. Then you want to go to a page that's called Playing Chords, page 41 if you have a book. And what we want to look at is what the left hand does to play what we're going to get to know as a C chord. So we want to put our hands back up on the piano in the skip 2 position, or I need to put my hands back. And you want your left hand to play your number 1, your number 3, and your number 5 all at the same time. Sometimes when you're a little hand, you're little, or sometimes even for grown-ups who don't have a lot of coordination in their fingers, they may need to hold your number 2 and your 4 out so they don't play. And that will give you a C chord, and you put all those notes down at the same time. And that's your C chord. And I often tell students to play that 10 times every day to help develop their fingers. Now we're going to turn the page, or you should get your page up that says Row Your Boat. So we're going to look at Row Your Boat. In Row Your Boat, the right hand, the first time when we first learned Row Your Boat, we are going to play only the right hand, except your left hand's going to have to be a helper. So your left hand's going to play down here. And your right hand plays the top notes. The top staff is for your right hand. The bottom notes, which would be for your left hand, we're not going to play until a little bit later. And we are going to get back to it, but not right now. First, we want to learn to read the right hand notes. The first 5 notes, C, D, E, F, and G. You want to put your notes right near you. And you are going to need your left hand. You need your left hand on the bottom, right here. And there are a couple of places in the top line at the very end, I crossed out that last note because you're not going to play that. And the reason is because this note and this note are the same, and they have a line underneath them that ties them together. So it means just hold it down a long time. Don't play it again. And that happens again on the second line too, where you just hold that middle C down and you don't play it again. And it should be crossed out in your music. Now we're going to give it our first attempt. So you put your hands in the skip 2 position, number 1 on middle C, skip 2 white notes, and your left hand is down. And we keep our notes are right by us. They're right next to us so we can see. They give you a helper in the page above the middle C. The very first note in the page is middle C. There's a helper. It says 1. It's your number 1 finger. C, C, C. E the elephant gently. E the elephant. F the fish, the stream. And you only play that G once. The giraffe only one time. Now we're in the second line. The second line says number 1 of your top hand, still your top hand. Now, that's the first merrily. The second merrily is your bottom hand, left hand. And you're going to play your number 1. Plays 3 times. Then if you look at underneath the note, it says your number 3. Play number 3 3 times. And then underneath the note, it says 5. Find your pinky, your little finger, 3 times. Now we're back to the top hand. Whew. And your top hand is going to play your number 5 first, then the fish, the elephant, the dog, and back to our cat with the whisker, middle C, which only plays once. So that's how you start off to learn, the beginning of learning Row Your Boat. If you need to turn this video off and practice that. And when you feel like you know how to do that, you turn the video back on and it's going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you right now, that we're going to be using our C chord to play this. So everywhere that there's a line on the paper, and I'm going to show you where that is. So here's our paper. Here's your first note, middle C, and here's your C chord. There's a line that goes through them that says, play them together. So they have to all come down together. This middle C is played all by itself. It doesn't play that. That is just a tie. So the left hand we crossed out there. Here again, there's a line through the notes, so you're going to play them together. Here, your chord over here is crossed out. You don't play them. You're not going to play that. Here, the line, there's another line to your chord down below, and you're going to play that. That's your C chord. Here, that C chord is crossed out because you don't play it. You should just be holding it down and keep going. Here, you're going to play G or giraffe with our C chord, and there's a line that connects them. You don't play the second ones. Those are just ties. You go on to the next line. Middle C with your number 1 finger. That's your top hand. And now here you're on your bottom hand. So you're going to play these notes with your bottom hand. We go back to our top hand, and it's going to start on the giraffe, and it's going to come all the way down. Giraffe, fish, elephant, dog, and then our middle C again. And again, here's the line, and you're going to play those together. This is crossed out because it's just a tie, and you don't play it again. So I'm going to play that for you, and you're going to go and try it. If you don't understand what to do, go back and listen to the video again. If that doesn't help, contact me, call me or email me or send me a message, and I'll go through it even more slowly. So here we go. Number 1 on middle C, skip 2 whites. There's my C chord. And so we're going to begin row. And it goes all together. Row, then your right hand is alone. Row, together again. Together again. And all together. Now we're on to the next line. Left hand, merrily, 3 3 3, 5 5 5. Now it's the right hand's turn. And then all together, dream, and one more time more quickly. The end. Good luck.